Hello, and welcome to the question for today. I will answer questions that can cause emotions to rise. Most of the questions I ask are from Quora. I am promoting books to help you answer these types of questions mindfully. Please visit my website. Again, that's ecowellness.online, not .com, but .online. I will get a small commission when you click the Learn More button, and it will bring you to the Amazon to purchase those books. So, without further ado, let's get started with the conversation.
And I'm Mena. The question for today is, when people say white privilege doesn't exist, isn't the fact that a black person is more likely to be pulled over than a white person proof that white privilege does exist? Well, that's a question we are going to discuss right about now.
Here are a few comments. Someone said that a large part of the reason black men are pulled over more than other people is the density of police officers patrolling black and other minority neighborhoods. Now I want you to see and know that I highlighted black and minority. I want you to stay focused on those words because we're going to come back and we're going to visit them because words also have meaning that can cause some shaping of a person's mind.
Here is another comment. How is that a privilege? A privilege is an extra benefit that you get without earning it or without observing it. If you have two brothers and one brother is beaten with a belt every day by his dad and the other brother is not, is the second brother privileged? Does the second brother deserve a beating to make things fair? Of course not. So why do you blame white privilege for black people being unnecessarily stopped? If you think the cops are unfairly picking on black people, surely your goal should be to stop them doing that, not to blame other white people who have nothing to do with it.
There are two reasons for thoughts about white privilege. I will make the third. I don't believe in white privilege. It is just another word for systemic racism. Systemic racism is a program funded by the rich. As George Carlin put it, George Carlin, the comedian, that is, he said it is designed to keep the rich richer and the working class fighting one another, afraid of the core. Why black people are blaming them for being privileged. Listen to the words. I told you we would come back to the word minorities, black and other minorities. Listen to the definition of the word. It's a culturally, ethnically, a racially distinct group that coexists but is subordinate to a more dominant group. What do you suppose this meant by that? What do you think when you hear or listen to that definition? Now, the dominant group does not mean by population, because we know that each group that you're calling minorities is 3/4 of the world, which dominate white people, okay? But when we talk about dominance, they talk something of the word dominance as being over other people who are not rich with money and had influences of the rich to give them power. But when I think of dominance, I think of biological traits, such as genes. You see, and the traits of those genes. And I also look at spiritual strength as being dominant. So some of what the commenter is saying about black people blaming him for being privileged, I don't discredit that because I don't know where he lived and the black people he hang out with. And see, some black people don't know the history. That is why the words such as privilege and minorities is not a part of my vocabulary. One thing that I must say, a man should not walk the streets alone because the system gives dear the privilege to kill you. Now, and I say that because when you talk about stopping people, and blacks get stopped more than whites, and that's why it privileges this, that's not even an issue right there. The issue is when you stop and it escalates to where a black man died unnecessarily is a problem. So, that's my take on it.